Good morning. This is Gina with Quiet Cottage Moments, and thank you so much for joining me here in my cottage kitchen. It is Thursday, the 20th of August. I had yesterday wrong, and I'm very glad that you're here. I have my coffee and the pleasure of your company, and I am blessed to have both. Let's take a sip and we'll get started. Oh my goodness. First off, I want to say that I love all the comments, and I'm sorry that I can't respond to them because I just can't see very well, and it's difficult, but I'm able to read them and heart them and thumbs up them, and I appreciate every single one. And please know that anyone that asks for prayer, I do pray for you. I pray for you. And I am taken back by many of the comments, and my heart breaks for people, and I hope that my videos will be encouraging to you. I don't know. Sometimes I think I don't know what I'm talking. I mean, I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know why people really want to listen to me. But I'm glad that you do, and I hope that you know that I care about everyone, and I pray for you as well. So today, oh my goodness, I was thinking a lot about what is good and what is lovely and what is pure and how to dwell on those things, because sometimes I struggle. And there's a verse in the Bible that says, and I have it very huge here, I could see, it says, and this is in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, "Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are," I see what that word is. Oh goodness, my computer did something weird. "Whatever things are of good report, if there is anything virtue, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things," or dwell on these things. There, I had it like so big. I had to move it around. But I love that verse, and I know most of it by heart. But it's good too. I didn't want to have a wrong word in there. Sometimes I might say something not exactly right. So I just want to make sure. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I struggle with that. I get focused on things that are not good, that are not virtuous, that are not noble, that are not pure or of good report. And I get sucked in, especially like on YouTube. I'll be somewhere and I'll have a few minutes and I'll just look at the homepage or what, not my homepage, but whatever the content that's suggested. I don't remember what that's called. And I'll stumble upon something and I get sucked in, and not only am I wasting my time, but I'm also absorbing that and I'm letting it upset me for just dumb things. And what I find so sad and so, I don't want to say upsetting, I'm not sure what the word is, but I stumble upon channels that say that they're Christian, but it's nothing that is good or holy or pure or anything, and it's so distorted. And I watch it for a few minutes and I think, we have to be so careful. My little headband's falling out. I tried to put it on because I was so pink. And it's kind of slipping back. Oh my heavens. We have to be so careful. If we call ourselves Christians, we call ourselves believers, we have to walk the walk. We have to not just say things, but don't say weird things. It makes me sad because I think people are going to see that, and they're going to think that's what Christianity is. That's who that person's representing God, and that's who they're saying God is. But people get so wrapped up in politics, in bizarre theories, in saying it's the end times, but it's so clickbait, rage bait type stuff. It literally hurts me because I feel like who may turn away from God because that's what they are perceiving what that God is saying, and maybe that's what that God is saying, but that's not who God really is. And I have to just check myself and think, Gina, why are you watching this? Because it's just hurting you, and it's causing me more to pull away because it's so distressing. It's so far from what the early church was. It's so far from who Jesus is, what Jesus taught about the Father. And I think leading a quiet life, minding your own business, working with your hands, trying to honor God, I guess that's boring. I don't know. But I don't think it's boring, but I think that people, I don't know why people say things that are so opposite of the character of God. And so I remind myself of that verse in Philippians because God knows what's best for us and what is good and what's holy, what's pure. What we look at affects us. For instance, like that video I was talking about. It grieves me, and God knows it grieves me. That's why He's saying, Gina, don't look at it. It's so tempting, isn't it? It's so tempting that, I don't know. I think to some extent you kind of have to know what's out there so you can stay away from it, number one. Number two, hopefully that you can balance what is truly good, what is pure, what is holy, with the distortion. I don't know. I know God doesn't need me to fix things. God can do that all himself, so I try not to. But I don't know about you. Does anybody else feel that way? I feel that the early church was one about kindness and humbleness and goodness and working together and being separate from the noise of the world, I guess. And there's some extent we can't do that, but to some extent we can. I think that's why I enjoy gardening so much, because it's working with my hands and I see the beauty, I see the productivity, I taste the goodness. And that's why I do talk about that a lot. And I know some people probably aren't keen on that, but I try to balance it. I don't know. I try to balance these kind of videos with cooking, with gardening and things like that, because I'm hoping to leave all these videos for my grandchildren, because I think the world's going to be much worse. And I don't know why this headband is slipping so much. I have worn it before, it hasn't slipped before. Partly I usually pull all the hair back, but I thought it looked better this way. I don't know. But I did want to share a couple of little happy things, because I want to. We all have jobs to do, don't we? One of my jobs that I do involves the roses. Let me take a sip. I love all flowers, and I especially love roses. My father-in-law loved roses too. And we have some beautiful rose bushes. I show you pictures of it sometimes in the intro. I'll have it when I have my little Quiet Cottage Moments little pixie dust thing. And one of my jobs is, and nobody's really assigned me this job, but my husband's too busy to do it, and I have done it for many years. And it's a little harder to do now. What I do is I have to, after the rose petals, after it's bloomed and then they dry up, they wilt and the leaves become dry. If you don't break off the rose hips, they won't grow as well. They won't grow new ones. Oh my heavens. Probably should just take that out. And I want to show you what they are, because these are actually some of the bigger ones. Let me see the biggest one. They are usually smaller than this. Let's see if I can show you. So this is the bulby part, but this part is where the rose petals are. When you grows like this, the rose is up here. This is the stem down here. And you have to break them off. We have to take the rose hips off so the bush doesn't continue to give nutrients to this that's dead, right? And so that's what I do. But the thing is, there is a lot of thorns. I don't know if you can't see the thorns. There's a lot of thorns, not only on the branches, but also on I don't know if you can see the thorns. You probably can't. And they're very, very sharp. And lately, I can't see them well. I can kind of see them, but I have to put my hand inside the bushes, past the thorny branches to break them off. And I'm determined to keep doing it, because I don't know how my sight's going to be next year, probably completely gone. But I tend to get a lot of thorns stuck in my fingers, because it's hard for me to actually tell where exactly these are on the plant. I have to kind of feel around, and then I can break them off. And there's thorns on here, but the bigger problem with the thorns are the branches. And I have, usually when the thorns get stuck in my fingers, I can use Scotch tape to get them out, unless they're really embedded. Like there's this one on my thumb that's been embedded in there for at least a year. I can't get it out, and it's not infected or anything, so it's just kind of this bump. But there's a thorn in there, and I thought that had kind of there was a parallel between that and what I was talking about earlier about the upsetting things or the distortion of who God is on the internet or in churches, whatever it is very much like the thorny branches, the thorny rose hips. and you have to glean what is good, that what is best for the plant. You often get stuck, you often get poked or thorns, that kind of thing. And I think that if you're not careful, they do get embedded in you, and it takes a while to get them out, or maybe perhaps they're permanent, hopefully not. So that is something that I do whenever I go outside. I try to, and we have lots of them. I think today I must have pulled off a good 60 of these things, and usually they're smaller, and those tend to you get scratched up a little bit more than that. But it's just something. Oops, there's another one on my lap. Part of the dried up flowers. So that's kind of what I've been up to when I go outside. But I know that though it's painful, it's something that needs to be done as far as the roses go. But I think you have to just be careful otherwise. And then real quick, I wanted to share with you I guess I do this for the time. It's getting long. I'll do that another time. So I hope that your day, that you have roses, and maybe not the flowers, but rosy moments, and that you're able to dwell on what is good and what is holy and what is noble, because that's what lifts you up. It isn't, those aren't things, oh my heavens. Oh my gosh, it did fall off. Oh my heavens. Oh no, now it's, okay, fine, I'm taking it out. Oh, drat. I'm going to have to pin it next time. Anyway, that's all my video for today. Thank you for watching, and God bless you this day.